Hello followers and welcome back to MrMFretwell Plays Minecraft, and we're here today in the Fret Fort. And in today's episode the main objective is not to work on the Fret Fort, but we are going to do a little bit here before going back downstairs into the main base, and we're going to work on the brewing room. So before we go ahead and do that though, I just want to show you the finished pathway system that I've got worked out now. I've got this little thing here. We're going to add a fountain there momentarily, hopefully anyway, and I've just kind of defined some different areas. So for example, over here we can have a house, one over there, potentially we might be able to get two in there. The boathouse will obviously be through there. That will be the next thing we work on. And I'm not sure really yet what I'm going to do with this area. I might make it a community-based area. I'm not sure though. I'll have to have a think on that one. And then we have these little bits that are kind of left in the middle. And I was wondering a little bit about what I wanted to do with them. And I think I've come up with an idea. And I'm just going to kind of fill them out with some decoration, plants and whatnot. With some bone meal, and I've got some saplings here. And I've got some lily pads as well. We can try the hedgerows. I've brought some soul sand with me. I've got some fences if we decide we want to use those. We've got all that sort of stuff. So we do have a good range of different things to try here. Now, I'm thinking I want to put a tree here. That's pretty cool. And I'm going to probably put some tall grass around it and some flowers. Just to try and fill the area out a little more if anything. And I am eventually going to put some proper lamps in here, where the torches are, just to make it look a little nicer than just torches in all the time. So we've got that tree there. I'm thinking that this one doesn't need a tree. I think this one just needs to have just the standard bushes and whatnot. We might put some hedges in here, perhaps. That might be something which would look pretty cool instead of a tree here. So let's grab ourselves some soul sand and some leaves, and let's just take that out, and let's put ourselves some soul sand in here, some leaves on it. We could do the same thing for this one, and put some leaves there too. I don't know where that dirt's gone, but that's not too much of a problem. And we could put one maybe down here. It's all just kind of playing around and seeing really what works at the moment rather than anything too complicated, but I think that looks pretty good. Now we can probably just fill it out with some bone meal, and that looks pretty nice, I have to say. We might put an extra hedge in here actually, is what I'm thinking. That might look, oops, I don't want to break that with my sword. That might look a little better. So let's just try and yes, that looks better. For me anyway, that looks better. So we've got that little bit filled in. Now this fountain, let's just take a quick look at that. I have some stone brick steps and some stone bricks here. Gonna need to make a few more though, just so that we can try it out really. So let's just run this around here. It's only going to be a small fountain. It's nothing really significant. It's just designed to kind of break up the landscape a little bit. And I'm thinking that the best way to do that will be to use steps. How many steps do I need? Ooh. I don't think I'm going to have enough, unfortunately. I can get 4 out of that, but I don't think that's going to be quite enough. No, we're 1 short. Oh no, actually we will be 3 short, won't we, by the time we're done. So we won't be able to do that right now, but what I can do is I can put the cobble in here at the very least, which is going to be in the base of the fountain. So we don't want those 3 filling in. So let's just fill this in. There we go. And I'll just fill that probably with water and add a nice little water feature in there a little later. Not sure again what I'm going to do with this area too much yet, but there is going to be houses around here, so we probably want to leave that alone. This bit, I probably am going to want to do something with this. I'm thinking I might put like a little storage room of some type under the stairs, so we're going to need to make a door for that. At the very least, we're going to need a door. And I'm going to put some glowstone in the top of that tree when I'm done, just to give it a bit of a more ambient glow. So we need 6 wooden planks for the door. And I'm thinking for that area, if we want to have a door, potentially we would probably want to put fences around this. I'll just going to put a cobblestone block there for now. How would a fence kind of work out? We would have to do this, wouldn't we? That would look a little odd, because I would just kind of have to run it around the edge like that, and then put a gate maybe there. It doesn't look too terribly bad. This is just the oddity though. But I don't know any particular ways that I could change it to make it look any better. Because then I'm going to have like this access way. Because I wanted to make the pathways round like this, to make it just look a little different. So it kind of though clashes with this. So I'm going to have a little think about that and see what I can do really. Because the ideal solution would be to do that. But the problem with doing that is I'm going to end up with it on the stone bricks, which is something I don't really want. We could always just try and just flip the stair around if we do that, but then it won't necessarily match, which is the other problem. But that would work, but the curve isn't as well defined. Let me see here. It's just kind of just getting things right really. That's key at the moment. And let's put my slab back there. Actually, I don't know. I think I had it right the first time. Maybe I actually just got something a bit confused. I don't know. So if we're going to do that, then we're going to want dirt back here. And some stone bricks there. And there. And here. See, that now still matches. Well, it kind of does. Sort of. There is a smaller decline here, which is what I think we were meant to change. We want to do that, and then that. And then put some dirt back in there. Right, now they match. And that looks fine, actually. That doesn't look too bad, so I think we're going to stick with that. And I'm going to put a... Should I put a tree in there? I don't think so. I think a tree would look all that great. Maybe right there. Let's see. Ooh. Yes. Oh, it does that thing with the fences, though. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. It could look worse. And I'm gonna just kind of put a pathway in here. I got a pretty neat idea actually from Hal on Vanilla Goga, and that is to mix in gravel with cobble, and it can make your paths look pretty nice. So we may try that momentarily here. That looks pretty nice. And let's just put some bone meal kind of either side. Let's just put some torches on the fence. Can take these down then. Well, maybe not that one. It's just kind of playing around with designs and ideas at the moment, but that doesn't look too bad. Then we can put some storage in here or whatever. I'm thinking potentially of moving that setup over here into this little area right here. Now, do I have any gravel on me? I don't think I do. Not in there. No, I don't, but I'll take a look at that later and see what I can do with that. As far as other areas are concerned, I don't know what I'm going to do exactly with them all yet. I do know I want to get some lily pads in this section. Out here I want to put a couple of lily pads down. Again, just for a little bit of a nice, different effect. Doesn't need too many lily pads, just a couple here and there, and that will be fine. Yeah, that'll do. Just a couple of nice lily pads to break up the ocean there. So we can put that back. And at the moment, I can't really say as there's any other areas which drastically need addressing. There are probably going to be things that I'm going to have to decorate out a little more. At the moment, though, that area looks pretty good. So does that and that area. Still got to think about something I want to do with this at the moment. But aside from that, really, I can't really do too much more until I get the houses built so that I have a better idea of where things are going to go. These areas I already knew there would definitely not be a house in, so that's why I built them now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to take down this equipment, and I should be able to pick that up. And a chest, I have my Silk Touch pick on me for that. Crafting table. I'm going to have to bring that chest later. But it just kind of gets this out of the way now. Makes it just look that little bit better, I think. And we've got this nice sort of indoor area here as well, which is probably a bit safer. And I'm going to get my wooden planks. And hopefully I have enough wooden planks. I'm not sure if I will have or not. 10? Oh yeah, I will just. I'll have one plank to spare. Not pad Cohen, actually. So let me put my dirt back, and let's get the wooden planks again. There we are. And I can now put my crafting bench down, my 4 furnaces, my ender chest, and actually that's kind of, let's do this. This is easier. I'm going to take you down, put you up here and there, and then I'm going to pick up the ender chest again. I'm going to put the ender chest down, and then I'm going to get the actual chest down, and I can just put the equipment that I've been using in here for the time being. The bed, I'm going to put the bed right there. I don't need necessarily any of this stuff right now. I do want the clay though. I do want all the clay. Good, that's that. The spider guard does work, by the way. I've tested that out. The spider thing does work with the stairs, so that's always good. So all we've got to do now is move this, and I'm going to move that later because that's pretty boring to watch. Now, the boathouse we're going to work on next episode and get that tackled. I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do with that. So we'll probably work on that next episode. Between this and the next episode, I am going to work on just tidying the trees up a little bit and adding some glowstone in. And thinking about what I want to do with each of the houses in the area as well, so that I can kind of get a more defined shape. But so far, I mean, it's looking pretty good, and I also need to finish that fountain. But we're looking pretty good. So now what we need to do is work on the brewing room, which is going to be the main emphasis of today's episode. Now that we've done that little bit of playing around with the fort. Probably went on a little bit longer than I'd initially imagined, but there we are. Sometimes you just get a little carried away. So the brewing room is going to be located right here. Oh hey, big super giant slime. There we are. Oh, you're a powerful little guy, huh? Well, oh no. I'm going to slab it in here so that slimes don't spawn in my brewery. But this is just going to be a basic brewing room so that I can brew potions more effectively. I put this dirt here as a guide to where the edge of the room is going to be. It's going to be more of a long room. Where does the furnace room end? The furnace room actually ends right here. So this is where the wall could go. Ah. That presents a problem. The back of the furnace room wiring is actually at the start of this. Now, This is going to be kind of tricky, but I think it's doable. I'm not going for a fully blown automatic solution or anything like that, so we should be okay. We're going to have to play around with this a little bit, but I think the first thing that we need to do is actually get the room kind of carved out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will be right back, guys. Okay everyone, so I'm back, and as you can see, I've carved out a room. I decided that the room up here was simply too small. I couldn't get everything that I wanted to in, so I went underground a bit deeper, and I've come up with this room. It's 11 by 11. The only thing we've intersected is the incinerator, which we can probably move. That shouldn't be too much of a challenge. So I'm pretty happy that I was able to get it into the same place. Now I'm going to be starting to use my nether quartz. I went mining a couple of times in this world before needing it, and I really want to make my brewing room out of a mixture of quartz and red clay, so we're actually going to go ahead and use that. And I also need to incorporate some nether wart farms in here as well, and also get the brewing stands in, and obviously room for storage too. So we have to think about those things while we're building it. Now, the first thing I think I really want to get done is kind of work out the floor situation, because I know I want to make it quartz slabs to stop slimes from spawning in here, which can be a bit of a hassle honestly sometimes. So that's something I definitely want to look into doing. But I think I may have to surround the edges in stairs as well. It's all about kind of playing around with different designs at this stage. Got plenty of XP anyway to repair that pickaxe, so you only get 16 blocks, don't you, from these things, so we're going to have to be careful. We could run out of quartz very quickly. So I know I want to use the slabs for the flooring area, so why don't we just start off in the middle of the room and just kind of branch our way out from there. I'm thinking that here is where the stairs are going to have to go to kind of wrap around the room a little bit. Let me just put these in. I really like quartz as a building block. Very smooth and fresh looking. Very suitable for clean rooms like you would associate with a brewing room where you make potions and things. I would associate it with being very factory-like, so maybe that's just me, I don't know. So I'm thinking that obviously this is where the stairs are going to have to go, so let's take these up. And we're going to have to go all the way around the edge of the room here. It doesn't have to be too big. This is just kind of the central area where the brewing stands are going to be and the storage. The nether wart farms I think I'm going to put on this wall. The brewing stands on this one and the storage on that one. So we want to accommodate enough room for potion ingredients, glass bottles, potions themselves we're going to need room for. There's a lot of storage involved in brewing, so it was better for me to make an underground room in order to do this than try and cram it in a little area. So hopefully this was the better way to go with it. And I probably am going to need some more slabs, which is okay, I guess. I hope I'm going to have enough quartz to do all of this. It will be a real darn shame if I don't. So I'm just going to go, I think, with a plain quartz floor, but other parts of it are going to have red clay mixed in with it and lamps and so forth. So yeah, I'm out of quartz, but I have another bunch on me here. The idea is that there should be no torches in this room at all. The only things that should be in this room are clean looking materials, so clay, the lamps, the quartz. This room is going to be very, very different to probably every other room that I make in this base, so that's why I decided to go with this different flavour of building material. Now I'm using a fortune pickaxe to get the most out of it. I do have another fortune pickaxe if this one happens to burn out, which I think it will do. I'm not going to let it break because I can repair it. I've had no luck getting fortune on a diamond pick, so I'm having to rely on an iron pickaxe at the moment in order to get what I need. There we are. Mining quartz all day. There we are. 35. I should be able to repair this pretty much straight away, so that's a good sign. I just have no luck with getting fortune on this world for some reason. There we go. So we've got plenty more quartz now. Almost 3 stacks. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. And we want to do this. There we go. Put that into the blocks that we already have. And let me just make a couple more slabs. There we go. We may need a couple more, but I'm trying not to be wasteful of what we do have. So let me put that there. We're going to need another set of slabs. That's fine. Going to end up with 3 spare, but they'll probably come in handy for something else. Now we need to play around with the steps. So I'm going to make a bunch of steps. So here we are. Only 12 steps. That's not very good, actually. I forget how expensive quartz actually is. It seems really common, but when you use it, you just go through it so fast. So I kind of, I wanna, always conscious that a creeper's going to come wandering down here. I just want to go with this sort of look. And then sort of embedded into the wall is going to be the clay. Now, I'm going to see if I can get myself some red dye. And let me experiment with what the clay is going to look like. So where is my red dye? It will be in the dyes chest. There it is. I'm going to... There's a slime there. Let me just make up this. This is all going to be red clay anyway, so I'm just going to do that and get 64 red stained clay. I'm going to eat a potato. Now this wall is going to be the ones with the nether wart farms on it, so that's probably going to involve a corridor of sorts. So let's just say that that's our first corridor, and we're going to have one similarly on the other side, like that, and then the rest is going to be clay. Now the corners, I actually want to put in the pillar quartz blocks. Now I believe you make those by putting a slab on top of each other. No, that's the chiseled variety. How do you make that? Oh, I think I know how you make the pillared ones again. It's 2 blocks on top of each other, isn't it? That's it. But then you get 2 pillar quartz blocks in return, which is a fair trade-off. So let's just do this, and we're 1 short, but we can always get some more. So I'm going to need more quartz again. Here we are. And in fact, while I'm here, let's make efficient use of what experience we have and get 3 iron together and some wood, and let's repair my pickaxe while we're at it. That way I can start collecting from a lower level again. Oh, all the wood seems to have disappeared, which is not very good. There we are. We can make some sticks. Always find myself running out of wood in this world. That's one thing that I have to keep regularly harvesting. I have a crafting bench down here. I have one in the actual furnace room. It probably would have made more sense to go in there, but oh well. So iron pickaxe, and makes me rich is too expensive that way. 32 that way. Done. As quick as that, I have a rebuffed fortune pickaxe for the next time I need it. This is terrible placement, I have to say. I have a feeling though that I'm going to actually burn through all my quartz before I get to finish this room for some reason. It's just, I hope not, but I have a feeling that it's going to happen. There we are, so we can mine all this quartz with my fortune pick. I don't know how you'd be able to use quartz a lot in big builds without a fortune pickaxe. If you were only getting 1 of these per nether quartz ore, you would have to go mining for hours to get the decent amount needed to build a room with it. There we are. Let's break all this down, and we may have to work on this more than just today, but I would like to at least get a concept together and then maybe work on it off camera a little bit. Here we are. How much has that given me to play with? Just over 2 stacks. So the pillar quartz blocks, yes, these are them. Yeah, the pillar quartz blocks. Oops, I didn't really... And they break so fast as well. I want to do something like that instead. Now, torches don't look very good on that, but they're only temporary at the moment. So, I'm going to need more stairs again. Like this. And we're going to want to put our stairs up like that. And then we're going to go around the roof portion of this as well. Now, I'm burning through all my quartz very quickly, so... See, I've only got another 12 stairs, which is really not that many. I'm going to have to be careful about how I go about using this stuff. And try and not overuse it if possible. And we can move you, Mr. Crafting Bench. We don't need you there anymore. So that's enough stairs to get all the way around the bottom. Have just a little bit of quartz left. Let me just do that. That's going to give us enough to make 6 of these. So let's just get this in. And we can add one to that. So now I'm thinking that the rest of this world is going to be the red stained clay. So we want to kind of do this and then knock this out. And the clay seems to really go well with quartz. Which is why I'm using it. But I guess it's up to the individual person. Then there we could have a lamp. Definitely could do with a lamp there. I don't have any lamps on me right now, but I do know where there is some. Ba-na-na-na-na. Right through here in the redstone. And I've even got some levers as well, so we can try out what it looks like with a lamp. And back down the stairs we go. I'm going to fill all of this in later on. I'm just leaving it there for now for reasons unknown. Did I pick up the levers? Am I just missing them? I don't think I did. No, I didn't pick up the levers. There we are. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. As regards this, I may have to put more pillar quartz in there. I think that would be a good idea, actually. Just to kind of give it a more defined entrance into the room. So if I put pillar quartz there, we're going to want to put more of the red clay in here. And that can just be cobble. Like that. And I may have to do something with this too. But that's the direction that we're going in. Can do the same over here. There we are. Oops, let's just get those back. And I'm going to get that back and put that back in here. So this room, this wall of this room, should I say, is going to be where the brewing stands are going to be. So let me just take this out. Obviously the pillar quartz is going to be running up there. So we don't want to use that particular part. And obviously on the ceiling as well, it's going to be running around. So we really need to put maybe like a row here of this. I'm going to put some lighting up so you guys can see. And then we want to maybe run it up the top. And then knock out the back. And then run it along the back as well, maybe. I'm thinking that it needs to be something other than the red stained clay. I'm thinking that quartz would look better on this back section. Because otherwise it just looks too similar, I think. So we'll give that a go. And I'm going to need more quartz again, which is No shame. Keep having to burn through it all. Let's get some more quartz ore. But the room is definitely taking shape now. I can definitely see it coming together. I think probably what we'll do is we'll wrap up this wall and look at the storage for a moment, and then next episode we will work on the nether wart farms and actually wrap the whole room up as a whole, and then the episode after that will return to working on the fort. So I may have a very simple semi-automatic solution for the nether wart just to save time really, but I'm not going to go crazy yet with brewing stands and trying to automate it all. I just want a basic brewing room for right now. It's been on the agenda to do for a while, so that's kind of just addressing the issue really. We've got plenty more time in this series to look at advancing what we already have around the world here, so that's something to look forward to, I guess. Let's just mine all this quartz up. I'm so glad it doesn't take that long to mine either, because that would be a real pain. So let's finish up the pillared quartz. So this is, what's that going to give me? I'll just take the whole 16. I want to make sure that the orientation is right. Yes, that's coming together. Same thing for this, and then we're going to want to finish this one up. I'm not sure, but I may not have enough. No, I won't. I'm going to need to make some more, but that's okay. How much more do I need? 2? So we can do that, and then we will be done with those. I need more stairs again to finish the roof. I'm going to make all of these into stairs if I can. 12 stairs, that's not great, but it'll do for the time being. So we want to put this like that. So now all we really need to take care of is finishing up the stairs, working in some new lighting, and getting the lamps sort of set up. I don't know how I might do the lamps here. I'm thinking that maybe I should put one here, and then one in that slot, and then power it from, well, it would have to be that block, wouldn't it? Lever is that and that. That'll give me a lever. Now if I do that, and then I can put that back there, we've got a working lamp. There we are, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And as I say, the nether wart farms are going to be through there, so let me just grab some more quartz. I think I'm going to use all of it up by the time I'm finished, to be honest. Even in a little small room like this, I could hardly imagine building something gigantic with quartz unless it was in creative mode, but then again, it is a really nice block to build with, so I guess I could spend a lot of time collecting it, maybe. It's not like it's hard to gather, it's just that you always need a lot of it, which makes it a bit of a hassle, but there we go. So let's mine up some more quartz. I have plenty of XP after this. And by the way, I actually moved my enchanter over to the cave spider spawner. I'm not sure if I mentioned that in the last episode or not, but I did do a live stream which had some technical troubles, but I did manage to get the enchantment table moved across to the cave spider spawner, because that's for me is a better source of experience now than the zombie grinder is. So I'm using that as my XP machine as well, and I'm also getting tons of string and spider eyes, which are far more useful than zombie flesh is. So kind of we're doing two things there. We're doing 2 in 1. No, I don't want to fill you in. That's going to be wasting a block of quartz that I really need. I could just put dirt there. How does that look? I'm going to eat a potato again. It doesn't look bad. What I might try in here is the other flavour of quartz. I forget what that's called now. I think it's the chiseled variety. I might try that. I think that might just look at just that little bit better. I'm just going to take this out for a moment. Now, to make the chiseled, yeah, you need to do slabs. That's right, you need that. I think that might look a bit more interesting. So let me get my crafting table down and make some of these. Let's just make 18. And if I split that, I'm going to get 9. And that's going to leave me with 1. Oops, let's put you in here. And I just need to put 1 in the other side as well. There we go. Put 1 right there. Now let's put the red clay back. That looks better. That does. Definitely looks better. So this is where the brewing stands are going to sit. We could go and get a couple of brewing stands now and set them up. I am going to need some more blaze rods though. I don't have too many of those left. Where are my blaze rods? They're right here. Let's just make... I eventually want to make all of these. Every slot here a brewing stand, so I'm going to have plenty of them. But for right now, I'm just going to make, I don't know, 3. 3 brewing stands should do for the time being. And we'll just put 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. There we go. So we've got the brewing stand set up. As far as lamps are concerned, I don't know exactly how I'm going to light this yet. What would happen? I could put lamps behind these brewing stands, which may or may not look cool. I'll have to have a think about that one. So now we need to use this up. Still short 1 there. I still have a lot of work to do though. But I think we're going to call it quits for now. I need to get myself some more resources, notably quartz, and I need to kind of wrap this little bit up as well. I'm not sure what I'm going to do as regards that. I may cover it up with cobblestone, or I may do something with quartz. I don't know yet. I'll have to have a think about that. But between this and the next episode, I'm probably going to gather myself a bunch more quartz, and I think, yeah, I need to get myself some lamps as well. I need to get myself some lamps. I'm also going to work on the fort a little bit upstairs, ready for the episode after. And then next episode, we will work on the roof, the storage here, and wrap this bit up, and then hopefully we might even get the nether wart farms in as well. So quite a bit for me to work on, but I hope that you've enjoyed this episode, guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. So until then, guys, see you later and have a good day.